Hey, howdy.
Howdy.
How are you doing? Well, maybe. But today, since we're kind of doing a little bit of a Western theme on this breakfast that we're doing, we thought we would wear our jeans. And of course, we have our, come on over here, Mamie.
Okay, there's Boots Kathy
I love these cowboy boots.
from Texas, right?
From Midland.
Yeah.
I love to wear them in the winter. We have our, come on over here maybe with me, and we have our cooking in the kitchen with Kathy and Miss Mamie's shirts, so you can see that. And let me tell you about these shirts.
Okay.
Maybe you know about them because obviously you're there.
I do.
But whenever we wear these shirts and when we're together, people stop and they think we're TV stars. And they want to know all about it. So we tell them that it's a YouTube video and vlog, and they need to watch, and you can scan here. But people get excited. So after we've told them that, then we show them our beautiful business cards that Mamie's grandson made for us. On one side of the card it says the YouTube vlog, how to get a hold of us, and on the other side is our Joy Catering. And we're proud of both of these.
And what is Joy Catering?
Joy Catering is the business that we run, and the joy means Jesus offers you joy. So, and people ask us about that all the time. They think my name is Joy because it's on there. So we get a chance to tell them. But anyway, we're proud of Joy Catering. Got a lot of events coming up.
And what is your name?
Kathy.
Kathy.
And you're Miss Mamie.
Miss Mamie.
Miss Mamie.
Okay.
So, Mamie, we're going to be cooking country a little bit of we're going to be making some homemade biscuits and gravy and things. But you're still, would you wear that out on the range?
Well, I'm a very modern cowgirl. And yes, I would, because bling is me.
For flavor. So between the butter and the cream, it's got everlasting flavor.
So you will describe the cream that you put on there?
Yep.
Okay. Artist at work.
Very generous. Okay, more flavor. So between the butter and the cream, it's got everlasting flavor.
So you will describe the cream that you put on there?
Yep.
Okay. Artist at work.
Very generous. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, well, what we're going to do, we want to start out with something that we do for the men at our church. It's their #1 breakfast item, and it's biscuits and gravy. And, you know, you go down over to Texas or Oklahoma, anywhere, men like biscuits and gravy, but so do women.
They do.
They do, they really do. So we want to show you our version of biscuits and gravy. And I'm going to go over it with you. I've already made it, as you can see it, but I want to go over it with you. So what I did, I took a package, a pound of, well, it's a package of Jimmy Dean sausage. And you notice that I did it in the cast iron skillet. I think cooking things like gravy and things in the cast iron skillet is so nice because it holds its heat. And so what I did, I took the cast iron skillet, warmed it up, and I put in 2 tablespoons of water in the skillet. And then I took the sausage and I crumbled it up and I cooked it, just kept taking my whisk here and kept pressing it down till it was totally cooked. The reason I put the water in there, Mamie, is it helps take out the fat and it cooks it better. You'll get a much browner looking sausage. Now, if you wanted to, you could also add a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, and then that would really brown it up, but it's strictly optional. So after I've done that, and it's all done, I don't drain it, I took 3 tablespoons of flour and I just spooned it over my sausage and cooked the sausage until the flour was cooked. Maybe about 2 minutes just to get that flour taste out of there. And then I put in a little bit. I started out with about a cup of milk, and it's cooking over the heat, and I kept stirring it till you get the consistency you might want of gravy. But use whole milk when you do it. And then you also, if you wanted to, and I did not do that because we used a Jimmy Dean hot sausage. But if you didn't want to, you could add some cayenne pepper to that. And then you just stir it, and if it's too thick, add a little more milk. But don't add any more flour because it will thicken up. The secret also to a sausage gravy, Texas style, is black pepper. Now I put black pepper in here, so it's in there, but you gotta have lots of black pepper. That's very important in that. So you can see this is our gravy and how nice it turned out. Now what you could do with this, if you were doing a brunch, you could do, of course, the scrambled eggs, which would be good with that, and then maybe some hash browns or country style potatoes. I wouldn't do any other meat because you've got so much sausage in the gravy. So you've got a real nice consistency. Now I'm going to show you something that, first of all, I want to go over these biscuits with you. Look at these biscuits. They are beautiful. Nicely browned, nice and heavy and thick. So what I did with the biscuits before we baked them, I covered them with heavy cream. I brushed them with heavy cream before I baked them. And then that gives them such a nice flavor. Then after I'm done, I brushed them with butter. So there's no low-cal in this with the gravy and the biscuits. But we're not going for that. We're going for taste. And you know, if we're gonna do something, let's make it delicious. So you could make your own biscuits, which would be easy to do. Or if you're in a hurry, you could go and buy frozen biscuits. Those Pillsbury Grand biscuits are delicious, but I would still brush them with cream and then bake them and then with butter. But make life easy for you. But biscuits and gravy is a fun thing to have on a Saturday morning or a Sunday morning before church or for a brunch. But I want to show you something that doesn't happen. Not everybody has seen this. We're going to take this biscuit that we have here, one of them, and I'm going to get a spoon. And most people, when they do biscuits and gravy, they'll cut the biscuit in half and lay it like this on, so you have two halves. Try this sometime, and I think you'll like it. Take your biscuit, and you're going to break it. Crumble it like, see, like this. Crumble it. And this way, every bit of it is covered with the gravy.
Love it.
So you kind of put it in the middle. You got your crumbled gravy, and there you go. You've got a generous amount of gravy, and it's covered. And I'm going to show you. I'm going to get a fork here, and then the last thing you want to do, and here I almost forgot it, and here I was preaching it.
Oh,
You got to put some more pepper on there.
more pepper.
Oh yeah, you got to put some good old black pepper on there to make that really good. And there you go. That is a delicious biscuits and gravy. Now,
Take a bite.
I'm going to go ahead and taste it and show you how every bite you'll get a biscuit and gravy.
Doesn't even drop, right? It's thick. Wow.
That's it.
That's it.
That's a beautiful little breakfast with your scrambled eggs and your potato. Very hearty breakfast. So anyway, look at that and think about making that, how easy it was.
And we're going to eat this for lunch, right?
Oh, definitely.
Now, aren't we?
Yeah.
So.
And then what we're going to
Need
do
eggs.
next. And we'll come back and we're going to show you another thing. For those people, a lot of people don't want to have biscuits and gravy. They don't want, it's too heavy, or it's not something that they like. My daughters, neither one of them would eat it.
Ooh.
But my son would, and my son-in-laws would, and all my grandsons would, but the girls, they're not real keen on it. So in order to make everybody happy, we're gonna come back and we're gonna show you something else that you could do to enhance. Mamie and I couldn't wait, so we already ate the biscuits and gravy because it was so good. But like I told you before, not everybody will want a biscuits and gravy. Like my daughters wouldn't. Would any of your daughter-in-law or your granddaughters that like biscuits and gravy? What about Stephanie?
Stephanie would like it.
She would, because she's a true Texan, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, for those of you who aren't, and if you're having a breakfast and you want to give everybody a chance for something different, you can see we have the biscuits that we made and how beautiful they are. Now, Mamie's going to show you something that's so simple but delicious. We're going to make a strawberry butter and we're going to make a honey butter. So she's got this butter, and go ahead and stir this around, Mamie. And what I've done on this butter, because it's kind of like a highlight of the biscuit, I went ahead and got this Kerrygold pure Irish butter. So it is so good. But anyway, Mamie, go ahead and add about 3 tablespoons of strawberry preserves. Be sure it's preserves that you're using. Maybe 4 of them would be good. And this butter, after we make it, it'll stay in the refrigerator for a long time. And it's so simple, but it's so good on your biscuits. It's good on pancakes, waffles, but it's something different. And what we're going to do when Mamie is, after I taste it to make sure it has enough, we're going to put this in the refrigerator and let it set up a little bit. Long time. Let me taste it first.
I saved my half a biscuit because I didn't want to eat 2 biscuits. So half was for gravy and sausage.
Here's a spoon. But you know who makes this and sells a ton of it is Magnolia Bakery in Waco, Texas. This is one of Joanna Gaines's favorite thing to add to her homemade biscuits. I think these biscuits that we made are as good as hers. What do you think about that strawberry jam? Does it have enough on there?
That's for me.
And like I say, be sure you use the preserves in that. And then what you could do if you were gonna put it out on the table, go ahead and put it in one of your pretty bowls, and everybody, you could pass it around. You know, it's funny, you better make extra biscuits, because the men, after they've eaten their biscuits and gravy, and they see how delicious this is, they're gonna want that too. Now what you could do, just to make it pretty, just put a little dab of strawberry on top, just for color. Because you're gonna put it out on the table in the morning to make it look pretty. So you just want to garnish it with a little bit of strawberry jam. Go ahead, show them that.
She is very good at making it.
Now isn't that a pretty thing to go with your delicious biscuits?
It is, they just go together.
Right. So that is our strawberry butter. Like I say, use a good quality salted butter. Do not use unsalted. And just use, you can see here, we just use a Kroger brand strawberry preserves, but be sure it is preserves because you want that texture in your butter. So how is everything? Now what you could do also, if you didn't want to put strawberry, you could use raspberry, apricot, any kind of jam preserves you like. Strawberry's pretty popular, but use what you like. Now what Mamie's going to do on this second butter, she's going to add honey, because that's something that she likes, especially on biscuits.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think so. You'll taste it and see.
Okay.
And go ahead and mix the honey and the butter. And then that's another, so you would have your pretty butters here with your beautiful biscuits, and then have your scrambled eggs, and then whatever else you wanted. We always want to do something when we're having company over. We always want to go up a little higher as far as presentation, because remember, people look, they eat with their eyes. And when they say something pretty like this, and like these beautifully baked biscuits, they can't wait to dig in.